Expert advisor.
Yeah, he has to go with 470. Okay.
Wait, are the teams clear then? Team 1, please raise your hand.
Yes,
First
team
back.
1, those.
7 to 8 people.
Team 2, about energy and your life.
Okay, yes, correct. Everyone knows front is team 1, back is team 2, and Zoom is team 3.
Okay, Bandit Pro, you are taking care of the
Yes,
those points. Okay, very good. So since we are ready, just one more detail. Beginning questions. We will have a bit less than a minute to think, about a minute. So, and then one representative from the team will announce the answer. Then, in case the team fails to answer the question will pass over to the next team. And they may answer it, and if they answer it correctly, they get a point. And any team that answers a question correctly gets a point. Plus, if they answer the question that the other team failed to answer, they get a bonus question, second question. Then we'll go to so they already team number 1, then team number 2, and then the Zoom team, which we still don't know if they have more than one participant. And by this, I think we are ready to start. Question 1 to team number 1. Subject is Dhamma. Give 4 benefits that comes from offering food.
Yes, you can.
4 reward for the meritorious reward.
Can we make a circle?
Yeah, it's a good idea. So you can arrange the team to be a bit closer.
पता नहीं किसने किया मैं भी तो वीडियो नहीं आ रहा
Okay, Dhanarji, you are welcome to join team part number 2. Keep them back side of them.
कल तो क्या हमने हाँ बार बार ऐसे सेटिंग में
Setting में था. This is why we mentioned what are the benefits of 4 benefits of giving dana.
You can see now. You can see now.
No, it's a laptop one. Just a minute.
Question is for them.
ये वापस switch मेरा
10 more seconds. Okay.
Time's up.
Time's up.
Right, time's up.
Please make it one representative to announce your answer. Yes, Bhavanaji represent team number 1. Yes, 4 reward.
take
Please,
mic
let's hear the answer.
use the mic whichever team answers please use the mic
Okay, the first one is it helps us to let go of things. Second one is it helps us to lessen our kam dana. And also when we are offering food to others, then we will never we get blessings, and then we will also never be going without food. Hungry people will be. Mind will be also calm, will be more and more. With the blessings, will be more and calm.
Okay.
display and control में जाओ Sorry.
Well,
So we have,
it's quite true.
yeah,
It is not going.
It's not completely true that you will never be hungry if you get food. But certainly giving up attachment is a very important practice. Giving it. And also it brings happiness to the mind, as you say, it calms the mind. So we'll give you half the point.
I think it was a full point. The classic answer, what we had written down from the chat.
they know. We have the answer. Get the classic answer.
All right, so I think team one does get a point because the answer were generally quite correct.
Okay.
And team two would also like to give the classic answer.
Okay, it's just the beginning, so we'll be a bit soft with you.
Correct, correct. Can we have the translation of those?
What is the answer? I is long life. One
Please
is
give him the mic.
And if you please join team one.
I long life. One beauty.
किया किसी ने कुछ किया क्या है भाई हाँ किसी ने किया
Correct.
Okay. So we'll continue with question
Share
two.
screen. Share
That's the
screen.
mind to wonderful ecology. Here, three occasions for timely gifts.
You want me to give you sharing rights?
We can hear you and we're trying to get the screen, but वो camera से हो नहीं रहा अभी.
Yeah. Do you need sharing, screen sharing rights or something?
For timely
हाँ जी,
gifts.
तो 5 minutes आप audio देख उससे कर लीजिएगा.
That is fine, but is it because I have not given? आपको होस्ट बनाना जरूरी है क्या? उसके लिए शायद को होस्ट बनाना होगा ना?
बनाइए ना को होस्ट बनाइए
इसीलिए नहीं आ रहा होगा. इसीलिए नहीं आ रहा.
को होस्ट बना दीजिए
तभी तो you can say. और बताते से क्या? Open somebody's name, all these things.
किसी ने कुछ छेड़ा क्या इधर आके
हाँ हो जाएगा कर लीजिए.
Sonali. Yes. One would be during the Kathina month. Can you hear? No. Now? Yes. One is during the Kathina month. One when the monk is about to set on a journey. And the third is when they are not well.
Yeah.
1 point for team two.
Yes. In fact, there are even more. Would you like to add any?
Kaladan.
Okay, but that's good enough. Yeah. So, how many participants are in team number 3?
Hi, do we have any representatives for this room?
Shall we continue with team number 1 and then go for them?
So next question goes to team number 1. Okay, so we're still on the topic of dana.
आप दोबारा से लॉगिन करके देख लीजिए।
So those would be the classic answers, but your answers were also very correct. So team one gets a point. And now for the next question, back to Bante and Maju. Question for team two. And yes, let's please stay quiet. So let's get an answer.
Which gift surpass all other gifts?
Question for team.
Yes. Please give him the mic. Yes, right.
Wow. Bonus point for saying Palo. Team two gets 2 points. There you go. You know what? You're right. We hadn't planned that, but
And this
since we've already divided, let's say team two, please come here to the left.
it is the
Team one, please
alternative.
shift to the right.
It has a big question, which is this you can consider it as part of the question. How much land is accumulated by such a firm? It's actually the same question. It's about the same thing. I think A and B.
And please just avoid sitting with one faculty.
Different questions, they get different points.
It's consists of 6 factors. And you can say endowed, better endowed, because there's somebody hunted by ghosts.
So like offering that has 6 good factors.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's settle down. Next question is for team one.
Okay. The question, there is two parts. If you know the two parts, you get 1.5. Okay. What is an offering? That what is the 6 good factors of an offering endowed with 6 factors? There is 3 factors of the giver and 3 of the receiver. That's A. And if you know, and B is how much merit is accumulated by such an offering.
Okay, so the question has two parts. Part one, it's named 6 factors of great offering, especially meritorious, 6 factors. That's part one. Part two, how much is gained. That of one. One with the right. So also a request well delivered, let's keep our
They have 2 free times. So say that. First question. What is the 6 factors of a especially good offering? There is three factors of the giver and 3 of the receiver. If
you're stuck, then each team will have 2 opportunities to ask as we talk.
Why are we doing
Officially, they don't know. Sometimes they do.
compassionate, and if you know 3, that's already right. The 6 free. If they don't freeze, it's fine. They okay. Then one second, is it locked? Okay.
we are not sure whether we are right or not. The first part, the 3 factors associated to giver. First one we are saying is the person who is doing the offering should be doing it with good volition. There should not be any sense of pride in doing that, and there should not be any sense of having any return benefit while making the offering. And then the 3, I think for receiver. So that we have discussed that the person.
I want for the giver. I wanted to, if you can give it more kind of point, it's you know, you need 3 points. So just give 0.1, 0.2, 0.3.
Very straight.
I think we are taking help of so this was the attempt to be made, and then now phone a friend.
Why is that?
It's not my.
What do you want, sir? What should I answer? Should I answer?
6 factors associated to making an offering for giver.
Giver, you said it should be done happen with good volition without expecting anything in return. And pride, in the sense of pride, there shouldn't be any out of competition with somebody else. It shouldn't be done. Then there's the receiver, he should be have purity of mind. And depending on the stage of enlightenment, the kind of benefit you get is increased, and the what exactly is being offered, food, clothing. An offering of a monastery is supposed to be highest, even and whether it is being offered to a person or to a sangha as a whole. These are the various factors which are mentioned in the Bhagavad. The kind of degrees of benefits which we get from
How much merit accumulated for the civil process? They receive a free factors. Okay. How much merit is accumulated by
then different offering given to an area of Sotapanna, Siddhagami, Anagami, Arahant, Samma Sambuddha, Buddha. There's a gradation given in that. Whether you're offering meal, whether you're offering clothing, residence, the Veshaja, the medicine, or say Nasana, the monastery. So the benefit of offering a monastery is said to be more than the benefit of offering with Samma Sambuddha.
Okay. Classic. Okay. Okay. The three factors in the sutta is happy before giving, is have a clear mind while giving, is rejoicing after giving. That's for the giver. And for the receiver, he's free from greed, hatred, and delusion. Or is practice to be free from greed, hatred, and delusion. And part B is the merit that's accumulated is immeasurable, like the water in the ocean.
Sorry, point and the last part.
If someone is such a giving, is immeasurable merit, like the water in the ocean. So the third there.
All right, we continue now to team number 2. Still on the theme of dana. All right, if we can have quiet, please. So, do we have any Zoom competitors too? Can still give them a chance, I think. Yes, team 3 on Zoom is now joining us, and they will get this next question. All right, even if it's one person, they still should have their chance. So, question for team 3 on Zoom. We can also all consider for ourselves, but the answer will come from the Zoom team. Which meritorious actions can be shared with departed relatives? Question for the Zoom team. Which meritorious actions can be shared with departed relatives?
Or what relatives? For the? Can you kindly repeat the question?
The merits of what kinds of actions can be shared with one's departed relatives?
Oh, okay. Pratibha ji, would you like to answer? Let me see what I can remember. What one can probably
Okay, we're getting our answer now. Let's all pay attention.
share the punyas that one has done. That is, I think that is That's the main thing I think that you can share. Your punyas. I don't know whether that's a complete answer.
Yes, correct. A bit of a trick question, you could say. Essentially, the merit of all wholesome actions can be shared, and especially emphasizing acts of dana, sīla, and bhavana. So all of those merits can be shared. However, I think maybe I should have read these together. It's essentially a three-part question, actually. So the Zoom team will now get parts 2 and 3. So yes, we can share the merits of all of our meritorious actions with our deceased relatives. Now, is it beneficial to share these merits with deceased relatives who have been reborn in a heavenly realm? That's part 2 of this question. Is there benefit in sharing merits with deceased relatives who have been reborn in heaven?
I think
Still for the Zoom team.
my sense is that probably not. It's not beneficial to the relative to a born.
I would say that's not quite correct. The answer that we would give is that even beings in heaven still benefit from merits, because essentially once their merit will run out, they will take rebirth once again and could be in a lower realm. In fact, if they don't receive any merit for the long periods that they might spend in the heavenly realm, then it's quite likely they would be reborn somewhere less auspicious. So even heavenly beings can benefit
from dedicating to them.
Okay, wait, I see. Maybe let's let Bhante and Avajo explain the details of this, the technical intricacies here.
The question was, can beings in heavenly realm benefit from a dedication of merit that is done to them by beings, for example, human beings? Can the beings in heaven benefit from this act? It was a question clear.
Again, my sense.
Let's say my grandmother is in heaven, and I become a monk, and I dedicate to her the merit of becoming a monk. Just I finish the sentence. Will she benefit from me dedicating to her the merit?
Yes.
Okay, and
I think my answer would be if the being knows
what?
and he kind of उसकी अनुमोदना करते हैं वो, तो अगर वो उसकी उसको नॉलेज है इस डेडिकेशन की और
That's
उसकी
exactly the answer. That's exactly the answer. So they simply become very happy to see that merit is generated for them, and they appreciate the goodness of the human beings who does it, and therefore they cultivate mudita, and this is by itself a source of merit for them.
Yes, so also worth mentioning that the act of sharing of this merit to one's relatives in heaven is also beneficial for the doer of the action themselves as well. So the merit, there's benefit in that way. And now part 3 of the same question. Is it beneficial to share, to dedicate the merits of one's actions to one's deceased relatives who have been reborn in the hell realms? This is still for the Zoom team. Still for our lone Zoom competitor.
I will have to guess. I don't really know.
Guesses are allowed.
I think certainly it helps people who are in the Preta realm, but I'm not very sure about the hell realm.
Yes, but maybe try to guess if there are some side benefits coming from the dedication of merit.
Perhaps the being itself in hell cannot be nourished from the food that is offered, but maybe there are side benefits.
I don't really know.
Maybe the answer can give us.
There's like the Pithanam Upajati. The offering of food being done to this, with this can this be received by the Vedanams. Do this chanting, monks do the chanting. It's mentioned there.
Right. So in fact, the Buddha many times mentioned in the sutras that ghosts or peta beings, those beings who still died full of remorse or attachment and therefore couldn't be reborn again as humans, they can be nourished by the offering that is done dedicated to them. Beings who are born in hell, in a worse condition, they themselves will continue to suffer for the duration of the negative vipaka of their karma. But even though they themselves not directly receive state of peta, may get it in the name. So, for example, let's say I dedicated married to my second grandmother within hell, and she cannot benefit from it right now because she still has to undergo her consequences of action. Still, other beings from my family, maybe my grandmother is in Peta realm, and she can get it in her name, or many other relatives. My second grandmother who is in heaven can rejoice in the fact that I care for my grandmother. So many other beings can still receive the benefit. Married to deceased ones, whether they are peta in a heaven realm or in hell realm as well.
Right, that was a very complex question, so the Zoom team gets 3 points.
Yes.
So it also means that irrelevant of the fact that either the relatives are in the higher realm or the lower realm, if we dedicate the merit to them, they get benefit.
If you dedicate it to them, they will benefit from it. Straight away, if the being is in hell, it will not experience a benefit, but it may be that on the long term, when it comes out of hell, since it is connected with other relatives and so on, the other relatives benefit. So in the long term, it will benefit as well. But for sure, if you dedicate it to a deceased relative, some of your relatives will benefit from it.
Thank you.
Which kind of gives this detail?
But so when we dedicate merit to deceased relatives, for sure some of our relatives will benefit from it. The being who is reborn in heaven will rejoice in the merit and cultivate mudita. A being who is reborn as a peta will be nourished by the offering. A being who is being reborn in hell may not experience it directly. Other relatives will experience it in her name, and it may very well be that that very being on the longer term will benefit from it because it is associated with a certain group of beings. And of course, the one who dedicates a merit, cultivate metta, cultivate letting go, and himself benefit from it.
Thank you.
Okay, so thing 1, subject. The Dhamma subject is being completed for today. Moving to sīla. The 5 kinds of trade that the Buddha especially advised lay disciples to avoid. I will say that even correct answer will be sufficient for a point. The 5 kinds of trade, livelihood, wrong livelihood, trades. You can sell something, receive something in return. This is trade. So 5 kinds of wrong trades.
Okay, na human trafficking. Okay.
Which question?
Human trafficking. Okay.
How does the Buddha advise
Trafficking. And alcohol
one
intoxicants.
part for oneself needs investment for future, like
2 parts.
yeah, 2 quarters. The first part was saving it.
So now parts part of.
What you read? What you read?
It's actually different with the, yeah.
I don't live for a short set of.
Voice is breaking.
It's actually true.
So it's ready.
Yes, please. Well, then correct. Correct. How? Correct. Yes, yes. Human urge. Correct. Yes. 5. 2 points, huh? We got over 5. Too difficult, skip it.
Excuse me.
It's because it's some places it's different place. I don't know after.
Question.
Okay. Interesting one about yeah, relevant to our modern world. Financial division. How does the Buddha advise to householder to divide the wealth into 3 parts? In is wealth the Buddha advised to divide to 4 parts. What are the 4 parts you should divide to?
Voice is breaking heavily. Cannot understand.
You are missing your time here. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Then okay.
Like one, you'll address your current economical needs.
We cannot hear.
One, you'll address your current financial needs. One for savings, one for relatives, and another for dana.
Okay, I accept. There is two versions. We have one version, one for daily needs, 2 parts for investment in the business, and 1 out for savings for bad times against misfortunes or adversity. Yeah. And also you can do one part for daily needs, one part for the poor people, one part for business, and one part for against misfortune. Maybe we'll do another question and then conclude for this session because we also Napana time. I think also I will go so also for them Napana. Because okay, I think better to continue. Yeah. Okay.
We cannot hear anything.
Think of benefits also from the outer world, what comes to you, not only about your inner world.
Then related to Dhamma and
Okay, beautiful. And there are few benefits that I will mention. Okay, please.
Yes. Mike, you get the point though?
Was this question for the online?
Yes.
Okay, the first benefit is that we give abhayadan to the beings around us.
That's very good. Yeah.
Then second, it helps us in our samadhi. Then third one is when we follow the precepts regularly, we are not going to born in lower realms.
Right.
And fourth one was yes, the Vedas they protect us. The Dhamma protects us.
Okay, very good, very good. Then I will name even more basic benefits. It's all true. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Hmm? Fearlessness, yeah, that's one important. So it's good also to think of the basic benefits because they usually are the foundation. So fearlessness, one is confident in any assembly that he goes in. He knows that he has no blame and nobody can accuse him or right to accuse him. This is an important benefit, self-confidence. Then another one can gain wealth better because relationship of course are better, opportunities are better, and so on. Then one may go to a higher realm when he dies, and one has a reputation spread out. Yeah, reputation grows. Yeah. By the way, we can either stop at 5 o'clock, so there is a break until 6, or we can continue a little longer. Continue. Okay. Number. Okay, yeah. Kenapa naik offline? There is number no offer though. Yeah.
You number one?
Two. Number one. Okay. Okay. This.
Okay.
Okay. So Vinaya question. What are the four parajikas? Parajika means what are the four offenses that if a bhikkhu commit, his defeat from the monastic life for the rest of his life. Yeah, it's for there is four offenses like this. For your Ten more seconds. 10 more. Please believe. Okay. Just emphasize. There is only four answers. You cannot give something. Okay.
Any act of dividing the Sangha.
Okay, go ahead. Give the fours. Give all the four.
Okay. Second is sexual misconduct. Third one is killing. Fourth one is any act of wealth accumulation.
When accumulating money.
Accumulating. Okay. Maybe half point. Yeah, I will. I will give the four offenses. One is sexual intercourse. So there is also sexual misconduct that is offense, but it's not parajika. I mean, if you do it, you don't defeat from the monks' life, but it's offense. But if you act sexual intercourse, it's defeat. That's the first one. Second, stealing something that is have a significant value. The third is intentionally killing human beings. For example, animal is offense, but is not parajika. Don't be defeated. The fourth one is falsely claiming superhuman attainment to life. Yeah.
It's a very interesting one because karmically, it is one of the heaviest actions possible. Yeah? Garu karma, it's for sure going to hell. But in terms of Vinaya, one can still be a monk. It is a heavy offense, though. It is one we need to go a serious procedure. So the four unremedied offenses are sexual intercourse, stealing, for example, stealing over 5,000 bahts would be parajika. Less than this will be a heavy offense, but not as bad. Then killing somebody else to kill a human being. So animal is still offense, but not a parajika. And the last one, claiming an attainment of superhuman spiritual attainment. Yeah. Falsely claiming is anyone, even with a monk. If you know that you don't have the attainment and you claim to have it. So this concludes the chapter of sīla. We now proceed to the section of bhavana. But bhavana may not answer this question. So, yeah, I jumped some question because anyway, and they say they want to continue more than 5. Yeah. I don't recount it. Yeah. Nine, 8, 7, 2, 1. Practicing, we have now been practicing walking meditation for a few days, but we know from first-hand experience, from direct experience.
जागरूकता हर क्षण में और गुड हेल्थ जागरूकता हर क्षण में इन गुड हेल्थ
Good health.
थर्ड वन samadhi in everyday activity.
You're right. It's very true, very important, because walking meditation more similar to daily activity. One needs a lot of resilience and determination to keep oneself in the practice while walking, while being in a daily activity. So this is already good enough. Do you want to add any other? Yes, please.
I think it helps with being able to apply, to be able to meditation on the go, like when you to do meditation practice, you soon be able to also be
Give up something or
Yes, very good, very good. Very good, yes. In fact, this is an admonishment that the Buddha gave to his foremost disciple in psychic powers, Moggallana, who was nodding while meditating. The Buddha told him, you can walk and overcome it, don't nod. So, yeah. Okay. So, you get a full point.
Team, Zoom team. It's next question on the topic of bhavana for Zoom team. Which of the Buddha's disciples is known for practicing walking meditation too intensely? And how did the Buddha correct him? Question for the Zoom team. Which great disciple is known for practicing walking meditation too intensely?
Was it Venerable Sona? Venerable Sona?
Let's hear the answer from the Zoom team.
Pratibha ji, go ahead. I
If we
think,
can have one representative for the Zoom team, say the answer.
well, there are two answers coming from two persons. One was
All right, let's hear both.
Venerable Sona, and Pratibha ji is saying something.
Correct. Very correct. And how did the Buddha correct him after he practiced walking meditation so intensely that his walking path was covered in blood?
He advised him by giving a simile of the veena, the strings of veena. That is,
Okay, let's let the Zoom team answer.
they should.
So yes, the answer was
He gave the simile of.
tuning the strings of the lute.
That's right.
Yes, correct. Just because Sona had been a musician before ordaining, the Buddha chose a simile he knew would be relevant and taught him that in meditation practice, just as one tunes the strings of the lute, neither too loosely nor too tightly, in meditation practice, the effort must be neither too intense nor too lax. Correct. Full point for the Zoom team.
Mate.
I'm right.
yeah, I mean, so while it is about tuning your strings, I mean, does it also depend on your state of the mind? For example, sometimes you are agitated and you want to walk fast. Sometimes you are calm. You want to walk too slow and maybe even, stand for a while. So this is one question I generally have.
Yes, I mean, that's absolutely correct. One definitely needs to be aware of one's own state of mind, one's own energy levels, and adjust one's practice accordingly. It's not that one can have a fixed formula that you just always apply at any moment. You have to really take stock of yourself and see, okay, what's necessary and right now. Otherwise, if we practice on autopilot, just simply applying a fixed formula, then eventually we won't be making much progress. I understand the instruction of the Buddha gave to Sona to be applying to on a more general level, that one might think that the more the better when it comes to practice, the harder the better, the longer the better, the more intense the better. But actually, the Buddha is telling us that that's not the case. There needs to be balance. Just going too hard, too much, too far won't give benefits. In the same way, being too loose, too relaxed, too lazy also will not give the benefits. We have to find balance. But within that, at each moment, we also need to see, does this moment call for more energy or less, for more calm or for more activity? So that's a very important point. Yes.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Question about the bhavana to the theme of bhavana. Theme number 1. So I see that you are in advanced in your knowledge, and therefore I kind of shrink, put together, concentrate 2 questions into one. So there are the 5 hindrances for meditation. I assume that you are actually knowing them, so I jump already to the next one. So can you give us some similes that the Buddha gave to those hindrances? For example, just a hint, there is a simile of water in different states. There's also a simile of certain obstructions, certain obstacles that a person might arrive at. So let's see if you know some of them and if you can even explain. So there are similes that the Buddha gave to those 5 hindrances for meditation. For example, similes of water in different states. Can you give some of them? Okay, let's do it. Okay, please.
I think it is described in Sena Sutta.
Let's hear what are the similes.
One is related to mirage, then banana stem.
These are beautiful similes for another 5, list of 5, the 5 khandhas. You can sing a little longer, like 15 more seconds.
Please repeat the question.
Now, the 5 hindrances for meditation. Okay, maybe. Yeah. Okay, so we slow down a bit. What are the 5 hindrances? Yes. Okay.
Okay, yes. Let's hear the 5.
And now in plain English? Now in plain English.
Crave,
Yeah.
aversion,
Yeah.
sleep,
Yeah, drowsiness. Yeah. Wait.
doubt, and restlessness.
Right. Correct.
Yes.
You get the point. And also in Pali, right? 2 points.
Okay. Now, in 2, get up.
Team number 2. So I continue. Yes. Now telling because you didn't manage. Now team number 2 will save the dignity of the quiz. So team number 2 we talked about these 5 hindrances. This ill will, desire, sensual desire, sloth and torpor, which means kind of lethargy, being drowsy or lazy. So, sensual desire, ill will, sloth and torpor, restlessness and worry, agitation, and doubt. The Buddha gave a very wonderful illustration of those hindrances. Can you give us some of them? Yes, you can think about it a bit and then decide.
Lust is a disease. The simile is of a disease.
Almost. Okay.
Doubt is of a jail.
Almost, yeah.
And then journey, there was a journey. Doubt, restlessness.
Yeah, okay. Both of them are correct in the sense that the Buddha gave the similes.
Debt.
Debt. That's right.
But I don't remember which of the one was a debt.
Okay, we heard about prison, about debt, and about disease. Yes. Chandrasen, you have any other? Okay, so this is the second list, but maybe we'll keep this list to the other team. So the simile of prison is actually giving the hindrance of being lethargy or tired, drowsy. We can think about it when somebody is in prison, he cannot move anywhere, he's stuck. And so the same with in prison you cannot move. When you are drowsy, you just don't see any kind of purpose. You cannot really make any effort. You just get stuck. Now the simile of debt, which is also correct, given for desire. Because when one has desire, you always feel that I need more. He cannot be peaceful. He needs to get something. He doesn't have enough. He's like a person in debt. After he paid his debt, he's completely filled, peaceful and relieved. So too, when one overcomes the hindrance of sensual desire, one feels present, feels calm, feels satisfied and content. Then the simile of the desert is also true. Disease also. Disease was given to ill will. So somebody says, to hate somebody else is like they're like drinking a poison and hoping that somebody else will suffer from it. So really ill will feels terrible. One kind of have no peace, one cannot sleep at night, one can get annoyed by something and loses their mind. So this is like a disease. Journey in the desert. This is doubt. So the simile of doubt. So one is in the desert, one doesn't find anything sure, anything which can relieve his thirst. One can just look around, everything looks the same. One is lost in the desert, cannot find his way, cannot find the answer. The one is in his doubt. It also is just walking and walking and walking, trying things, but never really fixed on something that is confident. Therefore, he's like a lost person. After he finds the confidence, then he can make progress. It's like a person who finds a shelter in the desert, can relieve his thirst. And the last one is for agitation, being a slave. So one who is agitated is like, he tried to be peaceful, but every time.
Not able to hear anything. We cannot hear anything. It's not audible now.
Is that right?
Yeah. We can now.
Agitated or worried
I
or
can now.
sense of regret. he always feel like he owes some. He's like a slave. Like he's worried about the future. Oh, my future will not be good. I need to do something. Or about the past. I did something wrong. I have to ask for forgiveness. He's like a slave. He cannot accept oneself. Cannot feel content with oneself. He always feel like he owes something. Like he's not the master of himself. This is how I know this. Okay, then.
Points.
So you
But
will
this I
get
have a
a point. Yeah.
am I audible?
Do we move on from the
Still, yeah. Same.
I have
Yeah,
a
I mean, it's
question.
a question, yeah. Regarding the answer you just now gave, you made a- I think it's.
I'm not sure if that was for me. Can I ask the question?
Okay, is there a question from the Zoom audience or?
Yeah, yeah, Banteji, this is Pratibha. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. So my question was one of the hindrances, which category will put in where when somebody is medically ill and with the pain, one cannot do the meditation. That also will account as an hindrance. And if it is, then which category it will fall into?
I know. Interesting question. So when the Buddha spoke about the five hindrances, he spoke about mental hindrances. So it depends on the state of the mind, because a person might be healthy physically, but mentally he feels sick. If you have hatred to another person, you feel like a sick person. But some people will be sick, and even though they have sickness, if they really practiced well, which is difficult, then they can be relieved of mental sickness, and they are like a healthy person. So it's true that physical sickness often, for the practiced people, it leads to many types of mental difficulties, but in and of itself is not considered a hindrance.
All right, now let's continue with some, still on the topic of the five
Thank you.
hindrances, but now we'll do a rapid fire round. Sorry. Oh, yes. All right. Now, ask some more questions on the second set of similes that the Buddha gave for the five hindrances, comparing each one to water in a certain state. And we'll do these quite quickly. We'll give one simile per team and very short time allotment. So this question is for the Zoom team now. All right, here we go. Which hindrance did the Buddha compare to a bowl of water mixed with colored dye? Go. Zoom team. Tick, 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 tick. Dye. Which hindrance was this the simile for? And time is up. Well, we're gonna keep it moving, so don't worry, Zoom team will get another chance. The correct answer is sensual desire, kamachanda. Just as the color dyes can be seen to represent all the various aspects of sensuality. And the water becomes unclear. Okay, team one. Which hindrance did the Buddha compare to a bowl of boiling water? Correct. Anger and ill will. Very good. Team 1 gets a point. Team 2. Which hindrance did the Buddha compare to a bowl of water covered with algae, covered with water plants? Correct. Sloth and torpor, very good. Team 1 gets a point. Team 2 gets a point. You have to write the points. Team 2 gets a point. Back to the Zoom team. Which hindrance did the Buddha compare to a bowl of water stirred by the wind? Zoom team. Is anyone left on Zoom? Are we not audible to the Zoom audience?
Doubt. Is it doubt?
No. Sorry. Incorrect. The Buddha compared the bowl of water stirred by the wind. Yes, restlessness and remorse. Correct. Team 1 gets a bonus point. And
Actually,
now the next question for Team 1.
Your voice is also breaking. By the end, we are not able to clearly hear the full
All right,
question.
okay. Don't worry. You'll have another chance. Which hindrance, Team 1, which hindrance did the Buddha compare to a bowl of muddy water placed in a dark room?
Now this is
Yes, very good. All right. That covers all the hindrances. So now we've covered 2 separate sets of similes. And that can give us all some interesting food for thought. Moving on to a new topic.
So in the its opposite direction to the 5 hindrances, find the 7 factors of enlightenment. What are they? What are the 7 factors of enlightenment?
This is quite easy, so not much time, I think. Yes, we have our answer ready.
So 7 factors of enlightenment. Sati, Samadhi, Priti Pasaddi, Upeka, and Virya, and
Again, please, the whole list again from beginning.
Dhamma Vichay.
Dhamma Vichay.
Very good. Full point.
Okay.
All right, continuing on the topic of the 7 factors for back to the Zoom team. All right, okay, I'll also speak this question slowly. So for the Zoom team, which enlightenment factors should be cultivated when the primary hindrance experienced is sloth and torpor? And which factors, when the primary hindrance experienced is agitation? So it's a 2-part question. And okay, so to make it even more clear, name 3 enlightenment factors to be cultivated when one is experiencing sloth and torpor. That's part 1. Part 2, name 3 enlightenment factors to be cultivated when one is experiencing agitation and restlessness. Okay, advanced question for the Zoom team. So the other teams, you can also discuss, but let's keep it subdued and quiet.
With the different of 3, 7 does pretty different. We said
Okay, we have an answer from Sri Hari. Yes. Yes, a typed answer is also acceptable. So the answer is now coming for the first half. Oh, wait, I suppose now they're answering which factors to be cultivated when one is experiencing agitation. Which three factors? Okay, I see we're having some technical difficulties.
No, Sati, Dhamma, Vichya, and Upeka. Hello? Bante Sati, Dhamma, Vichya, and Upeka.
All right, wait, yes, what is that the answer for?
Sati, Dhamma, Vichya, and Upeka.
Okay, Sri Hariji, great, all right. A point for effort for the Zoom team for sure, but we need to move on. So unfortunately, that is not the correct answer. And now team one will have the opportunity to answer this question. So please, team one, go ahead. Three factors to be cultivated when one is experiencing sloth and torpor. Let's start with that. Virya, correct. Incorrect. Correct.
And Sati.
Incorrect. Okay, 1/3 of a point. Team two, now's your chance. Three enlightenment factors to be cultivated when one is experiencing sloth and torpor.
For sloth and torpor, it's Virya, Samadhi, and Dhamma Vichya, right?
Incorrect.
Sorry? Did I say no?
We've gotten up to 2/3 now. One more, you can try again.
Which is correct, right? You need
Virya is correct.
Then you have Dhamma Vichya, that's correct. Then what? Was Samadhi not correct? Sati is also not
Okay, the correct, okay, all right, good try. Each team has had a try now. We will now give the correct answer. When one is experiencing sloth and torpor, the three enlightened factors to be cultivated are virya, dhammavichaya, and piti. The energizing factors, the uplifting, energizing factors. And now the Zoom team gets one more chance for the second half. Which enlightenment factors are to be cultivated when one is experiencing agitation? Which three?
Tranquility.
Okay, we heard 1/3 correct. Samadhi is one correct answer. Do we have two more factors from the Zoom team?
Upeka.
Upeka, correct. And last one. We had that one already. All right, we will just round this out here. The correct answers are Samadhi, Upeka, and Pasadi. The calming, tranquilizing, enlightenment factors. All right, good effort all around. Everybody gets a point. Yes. All right, so I think we are approaching the end of our quiz, but we can have perhaps a few more rounds.
So it's a hard competition going on. It's very hard. So try to round the end with some question about metta. Name 6 of the benefits that the Buddha prescribed about practicing loving kindness. Team number 1. 6 benefits, 6 rewards. Can come both from the outside and from the inside. Yeah. Metta and things.
Okay, team 1 is ready.
Sleep.
Yeah.
Sleep. And
Sleep.
they will be harmed by weapons, fire, and poison.
Right.
And devas and human beings like them.
Mm.
And if they don't achieve liberation, they will get a birth in Brahmaloka.
Mm-hmm. In fact, there was in human is 2 benefits already, so 5. Yeah. 1 more.
Their samadhi will be better.
Right. You got the point.
2 points.
2 points. Okay.
Last one. All right, so the time for evening puja is approaching, so we will now give the last question for team 2. Bit more of a open question. Please give us an example from the tradition of a story showing the protective power of metta. Example of a story showing the protective power of metta. Yes, Renuka.
Gajavara elephant, when like one elephant which is in mad rage, it comes towards the Buddha, and Buddha with Nalagiri, so Nalagiri elephant when approaches Buddha in rage, and in an attempt that in rage like that elephant is about to crush the Buddha, but because of his good will which he generates, metta, it's compared like that metta showers on the Nalagiri elephant and calms down, and so that the elephant kneels down in front of Buddha.
Correct. Absolutely correct. Okay.
In the a group of monks go for meditation in a forest, and there the devas get in the Karaniya Metta Sutta. That's where Buddha suggests, and they protect them eventually. That's also as an example.
Absolutely correct. Yes. Yes. One story from team 1. Story from
I don't remember exactly. There's one more with the snake where Buddha is meditating in the cave, and there's a snake which is there, and then he generates metta. I don't remember the exact context, but yeah. It's in the heart. Dragon.
Okay, that one I'm not familiar with personally, but it's possible. Let's hear the story that team 1 would like to share.
Angulimala, the Queen Shamati is not, Queen Shamati's husband, King Ven, when he hits her by arrow, it doesn't hit her. It will fall down.
Yes, she was known for her great development of metta.
That Angulimal story is also there, no? So that killer who would.
The story of Angulimala is, of course, a wonderful story. It does not particularly illustrate the quality of metta, but of course, it has many other things to teach us. All right. Well, before we do the metta chant, to count up the points. The most important part of the quiz. So our point keeper will now examine the records and give us the verdict. Advanced math happening there.
Bhanteji, lenient marking for the online Zoom team also. There were a problem in.
Bonus for the online team for joining late. Yes, factor
No.
that. Multiply.
Okay.
They did great.
So the winner is Professor Dha. Okay. Let's change the middle channel. Okay. Show Ali. I will move out. Sale ayam dang san dang dang bisane jasa do ju jasu ju jasu cho cha sang du tim ni sang du sa ko jasu baro cha chi cho cha sa ru ka hu ti san din rio cha ni pa ko cha Gabo Gula Sugido Nachakudham Samachare Kinchiye Navinyu Deyum Sukino Kenino Dusa Besada Rawantu Sukita Yeke Chipa Buddha Tita Sa Pesa diha ye da jim saka da wa ye cha di ta ye cha du re ti a vi du re uta sam re si va sa re sa pa wan tu sukita yo ku de ta tin ye ta ta tin tin chi ya ro san ri ga sam ya ya sa du ka mi che yang ya ta yang pu ta yu sa e ka pu ta ma nu ra ke e ram di sa pu te su sam ye a pa rin me tan ja sa pa lo ka smin dan ye a pa rin u dan lo cha ti ri yang ja chan dan re ram na sa dan ti dan cha ra si no sa ya no ya va ta sa ri ta ta ni do Tam sa tim ya di te ya pra ye chang ni ha ra ni ra ma nu di cha nu ba gam pa se ra sa ne sa no ka su di ne ya ge nam ai cha tu ga ba se ya pun te ti closing English. Sam Sambuddha Bhagavan Dham Bhagavan Dham Vivademi Svakatu Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammasami Sukatipa Bhagavatu Savaka Sangho Sangham Nami Ting Bhagam Kavinge
ఏం సంగతులు ఏదో మనం పెట్టామంటే బండ ఎత్తుకున్నారు ఎవరు బాబాజీ నువ్వు పెట్టావు ఒకళ్ళు బండ ఎత్తారు గాలిలో అని ఆ గోరి బాబా చెక్ చూడని కావలేదు ఇంకా